Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for Dune Part 2. It's a movie starring the same people as last time, but, and I don't really feel like this is a spoiler because you get to see who they are early enough in the movie, but Florence Pugh, hell yeah, always going to see things she's in now, like she's just amazing, and then also motherfucking Christopher Walken. Yes. And then, Alexander, one of the SKARSGARDS, the younger one, who played It in It. So, yeah. Anywho, those are kind of the new characters. The rest of them are basically all the ones that you saw in the first one. Link for my review in the description down below for that one. But this movie, much like the first one, is absolutely amazing. The director who directed this also did Arrival, and he really knows how to get scale and to use real environments and to have things be... It's very clear the origin of each of the different houses and the different players involved. Like, you can tell there's a design style with each of them. So Sardaukar look like Sardaukar, the Harkonnens look like Harkonnens, etc. And they do a really good job of costume design and scale with the CGI and the size of things and the worms and all that jazz. And the pacing is excellent. This is 2 hours and 46 minutes, and it uses every single minute appropriately. I loved every single second of this movie, and it had amazing music, amazing action, amazing acting. I really liked Timothy Paul Atreides. I liked him. He did an excellent job. I was wondering how he was going to pull off some of the things in this half of the book, because I've read the books, or at least this book, and then a bunch of prequel books, anywho. And he did it excellently, and exactly how I would have wanted. It's been a little bit longer now since I've read the book, but I still feel like it follows it as well as the first half was following it. So, yeah, really awesome time. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Didn't feel too long. I will say two things. One, the almost black and white section confused me because it was almost black and white. Had it just been black and white, I've been like, okay, cool, that makes sense. But it was almost black and white, and I'm kind of unclear as to why. Still really enjoyed the black and white scene. Well, the almost black and white scene. Excellent time, and that little bit of confusion didn't impact my overall enjoyment or anything else. It was just like what that one almost part made me like, why? But other than that, it's fine. I'm sure somebody will explain it to me someday. Also, this movie does stand on its own. I feel like it does have a good conclusion, but it is based on a book, which is part of a book series. And in case you're wondering, so spoilers for the first or for the first half of the movie. But you know, in the first half of the movie, how he has these visions of like war going across the Imperium and blah 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 blah. Like, just understand that regardless of whether or not that like would, could, was, is, whatever, gonna or might happen, that would be, if it does happen, way further in the future than where the end of this movie / book would be. So, when I was in the theater, I overheard some people talking and thinking that like, oh, this is just sequel bait. They're just definitely trying for a sequel. And no, no. I mean, I kind of hope they do, but I also, like I said, I don't recall the follow-on books. Maybe they're not as good. I think the author died before the last one was published, but his son took over that and then did prequels. This movie, in my opinion, does stand on its own, although I can understand why people might want more. But think about just what you've seen in the first, like, part one of that movie, and just the scale of the universe in which they are operating. And you can understand why not every single problem within this giant universe with all these different houses and emperors and things and that other, like, that is not something that you should expect to get solved with all things tied up in a bow by the end of just 6 hours of amazingly paced and acted and written and directed content. So, just wanna warn you in case you maybe haven't started one or are like hoping or not understanding where things are going to go with two. So That's all I have for this one. Really hope you watch it on the biggest possible screen, because the scale of some of these things, like you should watch it on the biggest screen you can. And right now it's in theaters, so give it a watch. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Bye.